A lot of people think they know what it is we do. They don't. How can they say they know us when they haven't lived what we've dealt with?
Yeah.
They have no clue what our parents have been dealing with when they come to us. So we put together what we're calling an empowered parent creed. It goes like this. Empowering parents isn't something that you inherit. Nobody hands it to you. You can't buy it, borrow it, rent it, or fake it.
Choices and willingness to grow even when it's uncomfortable. And once you've earned it, it becomes a part of who you are. It stays with you. It changes the way you lead your home, the way you speak, the way you show up for your kids. People who haven't walked this road may not understand this, and that's okay. They haven't lived what we live or fought the battles we fought. But we know who we are, Glenn.
Amen. We're empowered parents.
Hurrah.
We show up. We stay in the fight. We invest in our kids' future, even when it's hard, even when it's messy, even when no one else sees the work we're doing.
If you've fully never been a part of this, you may never fully get it. But if you're here, if you're doing the work, then you're part of a family that's committed to building strong families.
We got a letter not too long ago from a young man that made a lot of bad decisions. I'm going to read this letter. Grammar's not perfect, but that's okay. It came from his heart. And this is it. Hi, Mr. Glenn. I'm not sure if you remember me. I think you may, as I was a repeater more times than I can count. My name is Michael. I wound up going down a dark road, going to jail for a whole year. As a result, I decided to play with guns and drugs. He says, I am completely a changed man. I've become a better person than I've ever thought I could imagine. I'm a good man who does his day-to-day father role to ensure my kids never end up in the life that I lived. I want to say thank you for really trying to save me when I was a child. I would also like to ask if I could come share my story for the kids. Can you believe that, Denver?
Absolutely.
I want to help be a part of some of these kids' lives by explaining their reasons to change before they become convicted felons or even bad people to society. I would really love that chance to come talk to these kids and share my story to help them before it's too late. He continues, I found God in my life, but it took years of dancing with the devil and death to figure out everything. He gave me his phone number, and this is what really got me, Denver.
Yeah.
He said, I love you, Mr. Glenn, and I really appreciate all that you tried to do, helping me grow up. Well,
And Glenn, you know, many of those kids in the past, they have come back to camp to share their stories with the other kids that are going through camp, especially during the summer camp. And it's important that these kids hear these stories because they don't have to wind up like that. They can actually make better choices today. And that has always been your hope and dream for every kid that have walked through your doors, is to help them see a better way for life. And more so, help them know who God is in real time.
absolutely. And the fact is, we never did preach to these kids. We just lived what we believed in front of them.
Amen.
And so while these kids were with us at this camp, what they didn't know was we were continually working with those parents every single day, helping them to prepare for the re-entry of a changed kid. And I'm telling you, we have had parents say, Glenn, I don't know if this is my kid. They really did. So let me tell you what we were doing while these parents were away from these kids. What most people don't realize is that the effort that we were putting out to help parents be ready for the re-entry of their kid. The entire time these kids were with us, we were working with the parents. And this is a letter from a mom to her child. I hope you're learning about how your life will be when you get home and how you will no longer be the boss. What does that tell you?
Yeah, over the years, that child has been running the home and making everybody's life miserable by throwing tantrums and being completely, dysfunctional in the home.
And he really was the boss.
Oh, yeah?
When the parents, When he didn't get what he wanted, the parents jumped.
They meltdown.
Period.
Yeah, complete meltdown.
Mom says, we will have a family meeting to go over the new rules that you will follow at home. There will be consequences at home, just like they have been with Mr. Glenn. We are the parents. Now, this is mom talking to a kid in a letter. You're the kid. And sometimes they have to be reminded of that. You won't get what you want until we get what we want. Well, let's stop right there for a second. Kids act out to get what they want. And they know if they act out long enough, mom and dad will give up. That's been the MO, if you will, most of their 8, 10, 12, 14 years.
Yeah.
We started this saying, son, I love you with all my heart, but you will not get what you want until mom and dad get what they want. Well, what does mom and dad want? Most of the parents who come to us have no clue what they want. We only want 3 things, and every parent deserves what we want. Number 1 is respect.
Yes.
Yep. They're totally disrespectful to their family when they come to us. Number 2, we want the kids to control their anger because parents can't control it. And if they could control it, they wouldn't be here.
They wouldn't be here. They would have done it a long time ago.
That's the second one. And the third one is a work ethic. You know, sadly, we're raising up a nation of lazy kids.
Yeah.
And a work ethic is something that's going to be one of the greatest benefits any parent can give a kid. And so, mom tells the kid to do something, not going to do it, not a problem. You're not going to get what you want, which is a bunch of stuff that don't really need, but we're going to control the stuff versus controlling the kid. Mom continues, Dad and I miss you. Grandma said hi. I'm in Texas now for a few days, but when you read this, we will probably be home. She says, I saw in the video that you didn't get to eat spaghetti. Well, you don't get what you want until we get what we want.
Amen.
I hope you change your attitude and work ethic. So you can get all the rewards. Daddy and I want you to be the happiest kid, but we refuse, listen to this, we refuse to be miserable so you can be happy. Guys, do you know how many families there are around this country living that lifestyle? Being miserable, trying to make a kid happy. They said, I love you so much and we miss you. I'm excited to see you in a week. I don't know if Grandma is coming with me because she's been a little sick. Please do everything you need to be successful. We love you, Mom. So guys, this is just the beginning of short stories that we're going to be sharing with you over the next months and years. We got a bunch of them. I mean, a bunch of them. But the bottom line is simply this. Changed parents will see changed kids. We have no clue how these parents have been raising these kids, but this we do know. It ain't working. Continuing to do the same thing over and over is the height of what?
Insanity.
And by the way, many of the parents, by the time they get to us, are almost insane.
Absolutely.
Amen?
Absolutely.
So hang in there. Help and hope is on the way.